but not only be able to go into somebody's memories, but manipulate the memories. So he bring things in my childhood memories, as in like, remember when you were doing this? No, I'm like, I know. Target individual, do not underestimate the tactics. Do not underestimate the ability of this technology, but understand this is a game, right? It's a game to try to make you believe and acceptive of this manipulation. So they can be like, oh, you see, this is a real memory, so we're not manipulating your memories. You see, you felt like this, like that. So this is now being manipulated. It's the same games. It's like a game. It's like, I forgot what they called it, but it's these mind games to try to be identifying to these manipulations. And you look at him, and I'm like, at this point, it's like, really? My friend, you think that I don't understand what you're trying to do? Like, I don't get it. You brought this thing up so I can start being acceptive of this manipulation? That you guys are manipulating my brain to have these reactions, these stimulations? This man once made me thought of his kid. He was telling me about his baby. They start giving me stimulation in real time. They give me disgusting stimulation. It's so disgusting. They made me imagine he has like a little toddler girl. Listen, he said that, oh, jack off. I'm like, you're a fucking ass. Trash human low life. But you'll see. You're gonna get yours. He's so desperate to make me accepting of this thing that he's willing to utilize his child like that so they can manipulate me to have this reaction. Trash. First of all, you're involved in a program that tortures babies as young as your child, from the oldest to the youngest. They're abusing kids, using sexual torture. And then they try to make me think of a fucking damnness of a kid in middle school. And then force me to have sexual stimulation that's so intense. Even right now saying that, they're forcing me to get sexual stimulation. I'm supposed to be accepting of this. Like, this is naturally happening. I feel so dignified to be able to see things for what they are. While I'm hearing this trash, doing everything possible, where they even use their own kids to frame me. Where I've been validated that they force people to have sexual stimulation toward children. Rewire the brain for the specific way to just offend an individual, degrade a human being. And finding out that the entities that contract this loser, whose job is to break you down, whose job is to sell their own kids to these things, are top tier pedophiles. And now I see this person who I'm supposed to be respectable, finding respect toward. And now he's like, okay. And I make sure I make it clear. It's like, yeah. Like, it's so evil, right? I was like, don't worry, I know the evil. I know it doesn't take too much to do too much evil in this program. I said something like, I prayed that what happens to him, because there will be a reimbursement. There's a price. You cannot do this evil and this foulness for free. This opportunity didn't come for free. There's a price. Not today. I'm not trying to be magical or anything, but come on. You can do these horrible things at this level. This is basically rewiring a human being this way, and then being involved in a program that does that to men in every way. It's been validated that the true threat to children are the entities that you're actually working for, or empowering you to do these things to me. We're talking about mass shootings, check. Torturing women, check. Torturing children, check. Rewiring human beings in these disgusting ways, check. In every ways. And the entities running this program, top tier pedophiles. How much more? You think that this is going to happen to me? You can involve yourself in this program and you're going to live life like this? No. Just wait how it comes to you. Okay. I just pray that this man who has children, young kids, that whatever happens to him does not come to him in a way that harmed his children. Because he is involved in a program where he knows babies, the same age of his kids, are being tortured. He's fully aware of that. He's just ignoring it and just blocking it out and trying to normalize that. So I'm like, hey, I said this out loud. I hope that whatever the reimbursement does not come on to his children. You know what they try to do? They try to turn this into something sexual. And they're like, no, but I remember what you did, because I did something to myself as a kid, on myself. And they try to change it in these disgusting ways. They try to even exaggerate what a child did. I'm like, you're so nasty. But I'm still meaning that I pray that whatever comes to you does not harm your children, but it comes to you. Because this reimbursement can be very mean. I know how things can come back. You who happen to be involved in a program where they torture children, they do these horrible things and they manipulate the brain in these disgusting ways. How things can come back to you is like, okay, you involved yourself in this. You ignore these things that you know this man was saying about how this is only torturing men and women, but children. You played it off. You try to normalize it. What happens to your kids? And it'll be so easy. I pray that doesn't happen. His kids are as innocent as they get. I pray that nothing of that nature, no harm comes to his children for his involvement in a program that does these nasty things. I pray. But he's going to get his. And to this low life, they're already living a trashy life. This is just nasty. Can you imagine having your child involved? Like, the foul part is these perps that are employing me are hyping these losers, this trash that have sold their own kids. They are so excited about how I'm gonna be raped when they frame me. It's like, what does it do to you after that? Like, tell me. You're a clown. You have your kids now forever connected to this. It's one thing to show your children so they can do this manipulation, but at this point, you even, oh my goodness. And saying how you dare. This is the most cowardly, nasty thing that can stick with you for the rest of your life. Coward. You never heard somebody, I dare to frame somebody. No, it's cowardly. But it's a cowardness that sticks forever. Oh, it's so nasty. And they were like, I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, you said it yourself. I'm dying, right? I'm rotting. Your kids are alive, right? Hey! Trash ass. If I'm starved to death, what does it change to your kids? Are they gonna be healthier? You clown ass. You just wanted to make whatever incentive you got out of it, but it's gonna come at a price. For me, when they see me, don't play this game with me, please. Let's see each other in court. I'm telling you. They say that we're gonna see each other in court. I'm like, at this point, I'm so petty. And I'm sorry to say that I'm so willing to see this quote-unquote framed victim, this victim that they're gonna try to make it seem like they're victims. Just to look at them, it's like, oh my gosh, these people are done. It's obvious. Me, listen, if I'm going to go through torturous these sufferings, I was dying. This could have happened in my bed here. My organs could have rot. If it becomes to the point where, like, whatever, God give me strength, but I will not let this low life do these horrible things, live in their fantasy. No. Now you sold your fucking children to this trashiness. They're gonna be doomed to be trash for the rest of their life. This low life, we're gonna try to live life, pretend like they never been involved in this. They're gonna be thank you guys. They're so mean. But do you think they will do these things? Woo! Never! Target individual. For me, it's just a contrast to see who's involved in this program. How they want to all enjoy their incentives, because this is a government-led program. You have people from a higher level in economic class, my employer, and then you have people who are more in my class, and they're using their own kids to frame me. And I'm like, what's gonna happen to me? It's gonna end. You're saying you're willing to even sell your kids for however long future they have? But I'm not here to let them. I'm like, sell your trash. I don't care. But target individual, stay strong. You could have been like them, from my employer who's trying to find a way to be intellectually trying to make me accepting of these things. When you have all the validation on earth, I mean, in every ways. Listen, there is validation, and this is what we have as target individual. You will find testimonials of people who say the exact same thing. If you get burned, but in certain ways, they're gonna tell you. You're gonna hear the testimonial saying the exact same thing. If you're being manipulated and rewired in a certain way, you're gonna hear somebody say the exact same thing. You are not alone. What they do to us is so systematic that you will never find somebody who you will never be unique in that sense. You will be tortured the same way other have been tortured. You hear people talk about framing, you hear that. Everything is done in ways that are systematic, industrialized. And you know that these people are just participating in a program that utilize human subjects as test subjects. And they utilize this trash to implement these tactics. They have facilitated, they made it easy for people to do some of the most evil things. Because this technology, one, is remote. This is a thing that is global. This program is a global program. The governmental entities that run this program are so powerful. We talk about the Department of Defense, that they can do things they can have your whole ecosystem completely involved. They incentivize everybody from the richest to the poorest. One, we're talking about technology that is so sophisticated. We're talking about the latest of the sophistication of technology that can manipulate a human being, alter a human being psychologically and physically, remotely. We're talking about the entities that have limitless funding. In every way, this is meant for where anybody can easily enjoy and join, but at a price. I've accepted that. Now, when I deal with these manipulations, I see it for what it is. For me, because the facade has been destroyed, they were supposed to make me think that this is a group of femme fatale feminists. And then you find out there's a bunch of women being raped, tortured, manipulated in these pedophilia ways too, where they torture even infants, 3-week-old babies. And you see who's involved. You look at these little nothings like that. Oh my gosh. And they tell me I'm going to be rotting. I was like, yes, especially when you've been humiliated but in this fashion. What things have you not done to people? Look. And they tell me I'm going to rot away. It's like, yes, my organs, they hit the organs and destroy them. But as this happened to me, for me, I'm like, it's weird. Why are the people involved in this? Some of them are getting sick, unhealthy, when they were very healthy. Some of them have killed themselves. Everybody had something happening. They will get their nastiness, for sure. Especially some of them, they're not coming from far. I mean, like, if you're already there, listen. Matter of fact, this gives them like a little empowerment. You can see even when they walk, they have the same, the confidence. I compare them. Like, I have the confidence that they cannot say amen. The company who put me in this program, I don't need to say it. The reason why a PSYOP is presented to me in this fashion, today, for example, there's a bunch of like people who try to play this like fierce, intellectual, progressive, radical individual. One might call it liberals, progressive, but it's just a PSYOP. It can come in all fashion because the people who put me in this program are so conservative, right? So this conservative entity donate a lot of money to some man called Roy Moore. I bring that up all the time. For me, it's a way to just like, remember how bottom feeder you are? Say Roy Moore. You see the confidence of me saying that, knowing that you have very hesitant ways of saying his name. It's the same confidence they have in regard of me going through whatever I'm going to go through, because I am a test subject for these governmental entities. It's not because your trash us is doing that to me. Whatever hell I'm going to go through, God give me strength. It's going to be bad. But there is dignity. There's a level of dignity. This trash, they don't know what's expecting. They don't know. It's so easy to do the horrible things they do to me. So easy. To the point where they make a movie out of it. In the sense like, they start acting like characters. Are you gonna pay? I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like you sound like a movie like where you're supposed to be a villain in the movie. But you're wearing pajamas. And I watch. It's like, but how hard is it to watch? What do you have to say this way? Do you want to sound in certain ways? Listen, whatever you're going to do, you're going to get yours. For me, target individual, be strong. I have to be strong in the sense of don't accept this manipulation. Trash us. You are here make me think of your baby so they can make me have this nasty perception of your kid in this sexual way, which they say now we matter to you as a kid. Trash. No. You're forcing me to have this perception. It's nasty manipulation you force people to have. For me, when you try to make me experience these nasty experiences, you want me to think that's how you felt when you were a kid. No. First of all, I'm a grown-ass man. Imagine I look at you, it's like, hey, that's how you felt when you were in middle school. We're not too much old. Yeah, we're about the same age. Can you imagine? And guess what, buddy? This governmental entities mapping. Why are there so many pedophiles in these agencies? And why so many people are saying the same thing? But you're different. It's war. Now try to flip things around. No, it's a cognitive warfare that we're just test subject to. You enjoy this opportunity to utilize technology that can do so much things to a human being. Can you imagine? You have the chance to be working with governmental technology that can do that to a human being. The price you have to pay is to dumb yourself down and expect whatever comes from that. I refuse to live this, let them live their fantasy. And for me is give me strength. Give me strength. I hope that when I speak it's not too much gibberish, because I want my videos to help me vent, be able to express myself, because as target individual, especially in the isolated states, it's good to vent, but also try to give a testimonial of some sort. The way I want to wrap this up is, we are test subjects. These trash, whatever way they present themselves, whatever shit they say to you via V2K, please understand they are trying to paint a false reality. They are altering you. They are changing who you are. It's a fact. It's reality. Accept that. That you are no longer yourself. If you're dealing with V2K, synthetic telepathy, your brain is being rewired, altered. Matter of fact, my forehead looks like something's happening to my brain. Okay? So I don't know if my brain is literally shifting and altering the way it looks physically, physiologically, but I'm being altered. I will never think the same way. I will never, my thought process, I will never function the same way. Everything is being rewired. It started for me on August 19, 2019. I've understood what it means. It means that I'm gonna have these disturbing thoughts manipulated into me. Experiences are gonna be implanted in disgusting ways. It's gonna be a disturbing way of breaking me down. And then you have clowns paid by these governmental entities to try to disorient you and gaslight you into accepting these manipulations. Everybody around you is supposed to make you accept this manipulation. It's disgusting. You see the clowns involved in that, it makes sense to you. At least for me, I'm thankful for this facade. But they come in all shape or form. I see grown-ass men, it's like, oh my God, we're not it. Shut up. Embarrassing low life. Look at you, sold your soul to pedophiles. Why would I say that? Because these governmental entities running this program, the Department of Defense, there have been so much child porn being trafficked. There's a whole bill introduced in 2019, the same time when they were rewiring my brain. When they were mapping me, apparently there was so much child porn that somebody was trying to make it look like they're stopping this child porn trafficking using DoD network. Yes, because they were downloading so much child porn using the government computers and network, making worse than 10 years ago. Well, they heard now we mapped your brain to you as a kid. Remember when you were a kid? Shut up. You guys are the pedos. And you are here torturing children, abusing them in so many fashions. Give me strength. Because one day I can speak, I just want to be thankful to God right now. And to all target individuals, please speak. Because you will speak for others. This trash doing these things in this easy fashion should know that it will come to them. For me, when I hear the testimonies of not only men, but I hear women going through the same thing, women with their children, I'm like, trash, this is what you're involved in. I know what you guys do. Some of them are women and with children. It's like, oh, my kids, my baby girls, my girls. Trash. Hear what they do to this woman with her kids. Matter of fact, they do this nasty manipulation where they force her to have this sexual stimulation to these little kids. Listen to what they do to this 7-year-old gay girl. Listen to this 3-year-old baby that's being sexually tortured. You're involved in this, you trash ass. To all my target individuals, stay strong.